Spring's Culture Cast is brought to you by the Smoke Brush Foundation for the Arts, by UCCS Theatreworks production of Doubt, by Newspeak, by a generous grant from the Beav Radenberg Foundation, and by viewers like you. Thanks for your support. Check us out on Pikes Peak Library District Channel 17 every night at 6 o'clock and on KRCC 91.5 FM Monday through Friday at 11:55 a.m. and 8 o'clock p.m.
Last year, when President Kennedy was assassinated, who among us did not experience the most profound disorientation?
The title really is everything. It's all about doubt versus certainty. And in the play we have a sister, a nun, who runs a school who is certain that a priest, one of the priests at the parish, is abusing a young boy in the school. And so it kind of plays out like a mystery as she sort of ferrets out the truth, or attempts to. And if it works correctly, when you leave, you should be ready for a pretty good argument with the person next to you, because I think it leaves the people with a kind of doubt as well, which is different than, you know, your typical Hollywood movie, which sort of sews everything up at the end and makes you feel glad that the bad guy died and all that kind of stuff. Not so easy here. It unfolds step by step, picking up speed as it goes along, you know, as this story becomes more and more shocking and amazing and thrilling. It's a great story.
I've noticed that several of you guys have dirty nails. I don't want to see that. I'm not talking about the length of your nails, I'm talking about cleanliness. See, look at my nails. They're long, I like them a little long. But look at how clean they are. That makes it okay.
The play is so incredibly written that it flows into the character. So I did go to Catholic Mass. I did get a sense of what a priest at home up on the pulpit is like, and I don't preparing. I don't know. It's in the play. I didn't have to prepare. I think of him. You know what? I can't say everything. I think of him in a certain way and who he is. And because of the nature of the play, I had to prepare very differently for this play than most plays, because only I know what my truth is as an actor.
It was a private matter.
He's 12 years old. What could be private?
I'll say it again, sister. I object to your tone.
This is not about my tone or your tone, Father Flynn. It's about arriving at the truth.
Of what?
The play itself is brilliant. I mean, it's a brilliant play. I saw it on Broadway, and I was astounded and loved it and had all the same thoughts that I hope our audience have.
I'm not accusing you of anything, Father Flynn. I'm asking you to tell me what happened in the rectory.
I don't wish to continue this conversation at all further. And if you are dissatisfied with that, I suggest you speak to Monsignor Benedict.
You know, as an actor, you're trained to show everything you feel, and to show it not only in your body and your face, but in your voice. And here's this character who has just decided that this is the way it is, you know, and you may be stabbing me with a knife through the heart right at this moment, but I will not show that. I am not going to let that go by. And I'm not a real controlled person, you know. So I had to go to try to find that place in me that was just, I'm turning off, I'm not going to feel anything, I'm not going to show you anything, I'm not going to give you anything.
When you take a step to address wrongdoing, you are taking a step away from God. But in His service, dealing with such matters is hard and thankless work.
I mean, it's called a parable for a reason. I mean, a parable is a story that isn't neatly wrapped up all the time. You can get from it what you need to get from it. And I think that's what the audience should do, we hope that people will come and at the end we'll leave and we'll talk and we'll say, I think this, and, oh, well, I don't, I think that. You know, I hope that it will create discussion. I think it's a play that I think it can be a sort of heart-enlarging kind of play because you see very sincere, very truly loving people coming at something from entirely different directions. And you have to decide who's right and who's wrong from what you see. And I'm not telling you what that is.
I will invite Father Flynn to my office on an unrelated matter. You will be there.
What good could I do?
Aside from the unacceptability of a priest and nun being alone, I need a
My
witness.
character of Sister James is, she's a very loving character. She's very open. She's certainly not jaded by life. There's some people, it's just like, whoa, they're weathered, or they're real closed off, or, single-minded, and you can tell it's because of what they've been through, certain circumstances. Whereas with Sister James, she hasn't, there's like a innocence or a pureness that separates her from that because she hasn't been through all that. And so her heart isn't tainted quite yet. I don't know, I like Sister James because I kind of feel that love transcends any type of cultural boundaries like that. So, and I like this play because of that. I think it's got some deep messages, and it's what theater's all about. Hopefully, people will be open to another perspective. They'll challenge their own thinking. They'll look at themselves and say, "Oh, wow, It makes them question their own reality and perception, and that's the beauty of theater.
I didn't think anything was wrong with it. It never entered my mind that anything could be wrong with it.
Of all the children, Donald Mueller. I suppose it makes sense.
How does it make sense?
He's isolated. The little sheep lagging behind is the one the wolf goes for.
I don't know that anything's wrong.
Our first Negro student. I thought there'd be fighting, a parent or two to deal with. I should have seen this possibility.
It's a perfect example of why I do theater. It gets people thinking. You want somebody to leave the theater talking and thinking. And this play, by far, one of the few in a long time that's going to provoke conversation, debate. People will be talking about this, and it's not just entertainment, but it's thought-provoking, and that's what theater should be. It shouldn't just be mindless entertainment. You want people to walk away talking.
Springs Culture Cast is a sponsored project of Fractured Atlas, a nonprofit arts service organization. Contributions in behalf of Springs Culture Cast may be made payable to Fractured Atlas and are tax deductible to the extent permitted by law. Please visit springsculturecast.com to find out how you can make a quick and easy donation that will help keep this program on the air.